Namaste. Thank you for joining Mindful Yoga. So it's February and Valentine's Day is closer, and also it's the weather is so nice and warm, and a nice bright sunshine. So that's made flower bloom, right? So plum, I think it's a plum flower. It's a bloom in pink or white or reddish color. It's a wonderful, feel of, having a bright sun. But most of the world, I mean, some parts of the world, still it's like a cold. It's a season of all. February is. But anyway, so this, blossoming flowers and spring and the nature in spring is an expression of love. So today's theme is love. So in Indian classical dance, some of you know that I do Indian classical dance. So Indian classical dance, the expression of love is called Shringara. You don't need to remember, but the Shringara. So Shringara, some of the way to express is like a blooming flowers or a bee coming to, flower in a bloom and taking the nectar from the flower. So the expression of love is like being in the sunlight and feel of the joy and celebrating with the happiness of blooming a flower. So I like to share a love quote. So I read this one last year as well. But let's settle in. So just listen this quote by Ram Dass. So Ram Dass is a well-known teacher or guru of modern yoga, and also he's, he just passed 2 years ago, but his teaching was love and loving awareness. So the quote goes, the most important aspect of love is not giving or the receiving. It is in the being. When I need love from others or I need to give love to others, I am caught in an unstable situation. Being in love rather than giving or taking love is the only things that provides stability. Being in love means seeing the beloved all around me. So being in love or being. So let's bring our awareness to practice being. So we always can start from wherever we are here and now. So let us close our eyes. And today I like to have a particular mudra. Bring in the all fingers, right and left together. So the thumb and thumbs and index fingertips and tips. So all together and kind of creating a space between. And then maybe thumb touch to the any parts of the body, the heart center, or can be solar plexus, or to the navel. And let's hold this mudra called Panchamukha mudra in front of us and close our eyes. And bring in the awareness to the space between. So this mudra helps to balance in the right and left hemisphere of the brain, and also creating a space. And imagine to have the space between us, the golden light or golden ball between the palms. And we hold that space And make sure to relax your shoulder and arm and relax your fingers. And noticing the breath coming in through the nose and going out through the nose. So each inhalation, let's practice of bringing the awareness to our body. Or noticing our body. And maybe feel the heaviness or weight of our body. Or maybe the sensation. Or feel tinglings or anything feels in your body. So that is on inhalation. Then each exhalation, we are bringing the love to ourselves by letting go the tension and releasing the tension away from our body. So each inhalation, notice that our body being here and now, and feeling that your body, acknowledge that the body is here, exists. And each exhalation, let go the tension or stress away from our body. That is a kindness to ourselves. So let's go on to breathe this way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale through the nose. Noticing our body breathing. And exhale. Let go the tension. And especially you have a particular place always kind of collecting the tension. Then visualize that tension is removed and we are letting go. Let's stay here for a few more breaths with this awareness of our body and letting go the tension. Cultivating the love towards ourselves. So after we release the tension, we are able to find the joy and happiness that deep within, that is always be with us. But sometimes the tension and the stress covers up and fogging our mind or covering up that joy. Then we are not able to see that. So we are letting go of the tension, stress, to rediscover the joy within us. All right, inhale, hands reach out and up. And take a big circle and creating a space or cultivating a space. And relax the finger, maybe wiggle your fingers and reaching up. And then exhale, bring our palms or finger pad together. Actually, let's have a Panchamukha Mudra today. And creating a space between and to the heart center. Let's bow our head and set our intention, dedication for today, for this practice. And then slowly open our eyes. Excellent. So let's come onto the back and let's have a block belt close by. And lying down, and let's move our arms over the head. Let's stretch from toes to fingertips. Let's take a big inhale, stretch, and open your mouth, let go. Relax your fingers and toes. One more time, inhale, stretch, point your toes, and open our mouth and let go and relax. Soften your fingers and toes. Then bring our right knee to the chest. And hug our knees. Then let's get the belt, and belt come onto your right foot. And then keep our left leg down. And find the openness to the front of your left hip joint or the hip flexor. Hip flexor is the connecting our lumbar spine or spine to the femur, the leg bone. And then when you connect the belt, we're gonna gradually straighten our right leg. Make sure your shoulders and head are relaxed on the ground. All right. And keep breathing, inhale. And exhale. So our practice today, inhalation to notice our body breathing, then exhale to let go the tension. One more breath. All right, inhale, reach our right leg high. Then on our exhalation, bend your right knee come to the shoulder side or outside. So now we are externally rotating the leg. Then inhale, gradually straighten your left leg. So the right leg out and open in the leg. So maybe your left hip is kind of a forward towards the right side, but your left hip heavy or left leg heavy to really anchor your left leg to the ground. So maybe right leg doesn't go too far, that's okay. One more breath. Maybe point your toe this time and find the length to the right leg. Then exhale, bend your knee. Okay, so now this time we're gonna bring the legs to twist. Right leg come to the left side. You may use your left hand to hold the belt. Either stretch your leg or gradually straighten or bend your knee. Find openness to the outer hip. And maybe right hand goes to spread out and twisting. Right knee, right hand goes away to each other and find the space between or open space between. Last breath. And release back to center. And hug both knees to the chest. And let's roll side to side and massage to the back. Also relax the hip joint. Then we're gonna change the belt to the left foot. So the belt comes onto the ball of the foot, right? So just we are bringing awareness to the ball of the foot because it's so important when we walk with the ball of the foot. It's like a spring of our foot. Okay, and then come to center and straight our right leg to the ground and let it become very heavy and feel the openness to the front. And then inhale, stretch your left leg and pushing your left heel out. And soften your toes. Maybe wiggle your toes a little bit. And remember to practice inhalation to notice our body breathe. Then exhale, we are letting go. And soften the shoulders. And soften your head. One more breath. Okay, inhale, point your left toe upward and lengthening the leg. Then exhale, bend your knee. Left knee comes to the shoulder side. And then inhale, gradually opening the left leg outward and find the openness to the inner leg. And engage our right leg as well, grounding. So we are stretching not only left side of the inner leg, but also right side. All right. And then bend your left knee. Then switch our right hand to hold the belt and move our left leg to the right side. Twist. So find the openness to the outer hip, outer leg. And you may spread your left arm out to twist. One more breath. All right. And then bend your left knee and back to center. Hug both knees to the chest and you can let go the belt for now. You may gently lower side to side. And we're gonna roll back and forth. But if you prefer just to roll onto the side and sit up, and that's also the option. And if you roll back, it's okay, roll up and down. And massaging to the back. And 3, 2, 1, and come up to the seat. Cross our leg and let's come to the knee down for tabletop. So you may want to have the something under your knees if you like. Okay. So both knee down and palms down. So we're gonna come to the right leg back. Let me this one a little bit. So right leg back and both of the foot coming to the ground. So we are pushing the right heel out and stretching the back of the leg. So if your hand is not so comfortable being there, so you may use the block to support yourself. So you have a little bit softer surface to hold your palms and also the not too much angle to the wrist. Now let's keep stretching the right leg, back of the right leg. If you like to lift your left knee off the ground, that is also option. One more breath. Okay, left knee down and left foot to come outside of the left side of the mat. I'm facing back, but point your right toe to the side. So shorter side of the mat, inhale, hands reach up to the sky. And then on our exhalation, bring your right hand, right leg, left hand, reach up. All right, inhale, let's rise up. Then bring our left hand to the ground and right hand reach over the head. So you may use the block if your hand is comfortable that way. And maybe lift your right leg up and make it horizontal. And stretch the right side of the body. Opening the chest, one more breath. All right, then exhale. Let's release our hands down. And bring our knee to the nose, right knee to the nose and right foot come forward. And maybe need a block side by side. All right, so let's come up. If you are comfortable being here, or if not, you can just bring the both knee and sitting down. But let's do some hands. So Panchamukha Mudra. The right and left side of the fingertips are touching each other, right? To the heart center. And then inhale, hands reach forward. And then open. Then exhale, bend your elbows so the palm is facing up. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky, finger apart together. And then exhale, just being here, connecting the finger pads. And then inhale again, maybe lift your chest up and looking up. And then exhale, bend your elbow as if we are really gathering or noticing awareness to the back of our body. And then inhale, gathering from the back to connect in front. Fingertips together. Then exhale, hands to the heart center. Excellent. And release our hands to the ground. And let's tuck our left toe under, straight our both legs and bend forward. Or maybe keeping your knees bent. And then inhale, bend your knees and runner's lunge. And then exhale, bend forward. So block has a different heights, right? This is the highest and the middle and the shorter. So just adjust how that the block can help. Then exhale, runner's lunge. And looking forward, opening the left hip joint. And then exhale, straight our legs, so head down, bottom up. This time, gradually lifting the front toe up. And then exhale, bend your left knee and coming down. And let's come to child pose and send our right leg back and reach our hands forward and pull our hips back. And notice the breath in and out. All right. Now we want to gradually come up to tabletop. All right, now straight our left leg back. And both of the foot coming down to the mat. And push our left heel back and down. And again, you may have a choice of having a block. Or a choice of having the right knee lift. So we are stretching the back line or calf, Achilles tendon, hamstring. Okay, one more breath. Then bring our right knee to the ground, the right foot outside, right side, the ground, and let's rise up. Then point your left toe back. Then even pinky toe comes down to the mat. Inhale. So it's easier to stand if your knee and heel is aligned. Inhale, hands reach up. Now exhale, bring our left hand, left leg, and right hand reach. So lengthen the right side of the body. And the rib cage opens. One more breath. Okay. Then gradually bringing our right hand to the ground or use the block. Then left hand goes over the head. You may keep your left toe down to the mat, or you may lift your left leg up. And open the chest and opening the space. It's kind of creating a space. Last breath. All right, exhale, slowly left hand come down as well. And face to the front of the mat. So your right toe is pointing back and left foot forward. And hopefully your knee is comfortable being here. Then rise up. So shoulder maybe over the hip or a little bit, the pelvis may go forward. One more time, Panchamukha Mudra, just a movement. This movement helps to open the shoulder as well. So relax your wrist so you are not really tightening your fingers. And notice the connection, the right and left side of the finger pad. Then inhale, reach our hands forward, then open wide as if we are creating a space between the palm. Then exhale, bend your elbow, then palm face up. Notice the back of our body. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky. and connecting the finger pad. Then exhale, just being here. And inhale, open again, maybe lift your chest up. Then exhale, move our elbows back or finding the space behind you or bringing awareness there. Inhale, gathering from the back to the front. Then exhale, finger pad together and to the heart center. All right, then release our hands down and tuck our right toe under, lift your right knee up and maybe stretch your leg. Exhale, head down. Inhale, bend your left knee, runner's lunge. And looking forward, opening the front of the hip. And then exhale, pull our hips back, bend forward. And one more time, inhale. Looking forward, opening the chest. And then exhale, relax your head down. And then gradually maybe lift your left toe off the ground and dorsiflexion. And then gradually release. Bend your knees and right knee down. Child pose or downward facing dog. You may step back or you may pull our hips back to child pose or downward facing dog. All right. Let's inhale, look forward, and let's walk towards our hand. And maybe grab our elbows and relax your head, soften your knees, being here where you may swing side to side. Relax your head, and especially back of the neck. And feel the heaviness of our legs grounding. Feel the heaviness of our head. And then gradually we're gonna lower ourselves up to stand. But take your time, soften our knees and round our back. And with our inhalation, let's come up to stand. Okay. Then let's bring our feet apart, hip distance apart, and the feet is parallel. So when you bend your knees, need to go same direction. We're gonna do breath of joy. So breath of joy goes like this. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, hands out. Inhale, hands forward. And exhale, bend your knee and drop down. So make a sound of a ha, and we are letting go. So if you feel a little dizzy on this, you may not need to drop the head, just you can go and the head up. A few more time, your own pace. Last one. Let go the tension. And gradually rolling ourselves up to stand. And keep our feet to the ground, hands reach out and up, and grab our elbows. So opposite elbow. Inhale, lift your elbows up and gradually lifting our heels off the ground. So we are balancing. On our exhalation, let's soften our knees and drop our arms side and swing. So heels down. Okay, we're gonna do one more time. Inhale, reach our hands up and grab our elbows. Maybe this time opposite elbow, how you are holding last time. And then inhale, lift your heels off the ground and lifting our arms up and balancing, tucking our navel in, use the pelvic floor. So when we come down, heels down and swing our arms and bend your elbows and relax. Okay, excellent. So now let's come to the front of the mat, please. And feet together and palms together to heart center. All right. Feel the ground and feel the top of your head reaching up. In between there is a pelvic floor gathering energy to the midline. So we are able to align our spine from the pelvic floor connecting to the top of your head. And keep that awareness. And let's move. Inhale, hands reach out and up. And palms together at the top, and we are looking up. Then on our exhalation, bend forward. Inhale, half left. And exhale, light leg back. You may use the block. Inhale, lower the hip, looking forward. And then exhale, light knee come to the ground, and let's pull our hips back. So we are pulling our hips back and straight our front leg, and then toes up. Tucking our navel in, lengthening the back of the neck, still connecting the pelvic floor to the top of your head. All right, excellent. And release, right foot to the left foot to the ground. And let's step back, downward facing dog. Or if you like to do the vinyasa plank to chaturanga upward facing dog, you are welcome to. Otherwise, downward facing dog. And opening the space behind our body. All right. Inhale, light leg up. And then exhale, step between our hands. Okay, then bringing our knee to the ground. Sorry, not yet. Still knee up and lower the hip, holding a block maybe. And opening the hip joint. And then exhale, bring our left knee to the ground and pull our hips back. And then gradually lifting the toes, light toe up. Dorsiflexion, maybe block, move back. So make yourself comfortable in this pose, tucking our navel in. Lengthening. All right, and then exhale. Plant our right foot down to the mat and walk away, palms down, and lift your knee up. Then exhale, bring our left foot forward, feet together. Inhale, half left. Then exhale, bring our knees, bend your knees, bring our belly towards our thigh. And sinking our hips low. Inhale, chair pose, hands to the sky. Okay, so now bring in the Panchamukha Mudra, the finger pad connecting right and left side. Then having a space between the palms. Inhale, leaning forward. Then exhale, maybe your left elbow, right knee, and looking up. Looking to the right side. And then release, hands down, and inhale, rise up again. Straight our leg. Then exhale, finger pad together. Then pull our hips back to chair pose. And then inhale, lengthening the spine, connecting the pelvic floor to the top of your head. Then exhale, right elbow may come to your left elbow, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, looking up and finding a space between the palms. And then exhale, let go, release, head down. And feet apart. Maybe grab our elbows. Or maybe hands resting on the block. Head down, relax. All right. Now let's bring our hands to the ground and step back to downward facing dog. And let's together a big inhale. Open our mouth, exhale. Let go the tension. Inhale, open one more time. And then exhale, let go. All right. Inhale, right leg up. And step between our hands and walking our hands to the left side. So we're gonna look to the longer side of the mat. So you may have a block with you to support, or maybe without a block. So feet might be feet might be the parallel to each other. All right. So that's we broke one block. Inhale, lift your chest and top of your head, moving forward. Then exhale, bend your knees and head down and bottom up. Like a downward facing dog. Inhale, halfway left. Then exhale, bend your knee, head down, bend forward. One more time, inhale. Then exhale, bend forward, soften your knees. Then inhale, gradually rise up, grounding our feet, soften your knees, and lower ourselves. So let go the block and coming up. Excellent. So now we're gonna point our toes out. So when your knee bend and knee toe goes maybe same direction or close to it. So you may be keeping your knees really and lower the hip, or you may be halfway, or you may keep your legs straight. We're gonna do the hand movement. So gathering the finger pad together and creating a space between the palms. Imagine to have a golden light or the joy or happiness or something special. Or maybe just imagining like a flower blooming out. All right, so starting from the heart center, then inhale, hands reach forward. Then open wide, still inhaling. Then exhale, bend your elbows and palm is facing up. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky and gathering to the midline, finger pad down. All right, now be here, exhale. Inhale, open again, maybe gazing up and chest open wide to the sky. And then exhale, bend your elbows, awareness coming to the back of our body. And then inhale, as if we are gathering all things from the back to the front and gathering to the midline. And then exhale to the heart center. Okay, one more time, inhale, spread wide, open. And then exhale, bend your elbows, so palm face up. Inhale, reach our hands to the sky and gather in, finger pad down, pad together. And then exhale, just being here. And then inhale, open wide and looking up maybe. And then exhale, bend your elbows, pulling the shoulder blade closer behind you and noticing the back of our body. And then inhale, gathering all forward and finger pad together. And then exhale, hands to the center. Excellent. So let's keep that hand and facing forward, warrior one. Or warrior one, or picking your heels up. So warrior one, your heels is down, but if that's quite challenging, then lift your heels up. And maybe hands reach up to the sky, or maybe not. You can keep it in a heart close, or hands reach up. And bending your right knee right to go same direction. And finding the space. And soft in the shoulder, one more breath. And then exhale, release. So let's face again to the longer side of the mat. And let's shake your hands. You can bring your feet closer if you like. And just shaking the hands and shaking the legs. And then we're gonna face to the back side of the mat. So we're gonna do the warrior one to this side. So this side, the left toe is forward and bending your left knee. So either warrior one, grounding up back heel, or lifting your left knee, sorry, right heel up. But let's bring the finger pad together and holding a space between. Now maybe reaching our hands up or hands close to our heart and finding a space. One more breath. And then exhale, slowly release our hands and bring our knee down, right knee down and left knee down and child pose. Or child pose or puppy pose. So puppy pose is very similar to child pose, but keeping our hips high and arching our back and chin down. So your hips are not really down to the buttock, the heels. And relax your arms. Let's rotate our arms up and palm face up. Then make a fist squeeze. Then on our exhalation, let go of the fingers and relax. One more time, make a fist squeeze. On our exhalation, let go. All right. Then gradually coming up. Then let's sit down. Sit down and legs forward, please. And relax the legs by rotating the leg and the toes touch and open. So what does it call? Tapping the toes. So shaking the legs. Or you can do tapping the legs, bending your knees up and down as well. And relax the leg. Okay. So let's bring our feet together, Baddha Konasana. So I suggest you to face to the long side of the mat. So I am doing my leg, so my right side. So you do your side. So I'm not mirroring, it gets a little complicated. So right leg goes out. Then externally rotate from the hip joint. So your right toe may be pointing upward. So maybe we want to have the belt onto the right foot. Then belt come to kind of behind you. And then inhale, hands reach up to the sky. And then face to the left knee side. So face to the left knee side. Then on our exhalation, we are opening the left side of the body. So your right hand, right leg. Then left hand reach towards the right toe. So your torso is hovering the longer leg. And then hold about. And then find the space between the left knee, left fingers. In between there are many parts, maybe released. Left lower back, left hip joint, on the side of the ribs. And then gradually bring in the upper hand, the left hand behind you. Then catch the belt behind. I think we did at the Total Woman Gym this one quite often. Then roll our left shoulder back and down and open the left side of the chest. And lifting the chin up maybe, or chin down, or change the angle of your chin to find the good place to stretch and releasing our shoulder or neck. One more breath. And let's release, come up. Then bring our right foot and join to the left. Then we're gonna do the other side, straight our left leg out. Then belt come onto the left foot. Then the belt comes to the back of your body. All right, so externally rotated and ground in the leg, and inhale, hand reach up to the sky. Then move our chest to the right knee side. Then on our exhalation, opening the right side of your body. So left side of the body hover over the left leg. So we are creating a space between the right knee and right fingers. One more breath. All right. So now your right hand come behind you to catch the belt at the back. So most likely your palm will face back, facing back. So no struggle of the wrist. So you are not twisting the wrist. So should be easy hold. If it's not the easy hold, just find a way to easy, not twisting, difficult way to hold in the belt. Then lower our right shoulder back and opening the right side of the chest. And moving the chin in a certain direction to find a good stretch. One more breath. And then gradually back to center. All right, so let's do hammock pose. So now we are changing to the bigger loop. So yeah, you know this. Okay, so we lie down, connecting the right foot and our head. Make yourself comfortable. Didn't use the force there, huh? I planned something and I didn't get to do that. Or maybe next time. And shoulder away from your ear. And the head is heavy. The nice resist. So it's the belt is nicely pulled each other. So if it's too loose, you may want to have more smaller loop. Or you can also make smaller loop than usual to make more openness to the hamstring. Or if that's not so comfortable, regular length. And remember, each inhalation we are bringing the awareness or accepting or acknowledging our body is here. Your body is here. And each exhalation with loving kindness towards ourselves and let the tension away. So that is interconnecting our body and mind and the heart. The heart, the emotions and the loving kindness. The mind to whatever we are holding on, we are letting go. And body is here. Always. And finding a joy that is always with you. One more breath. And gradually releasing our head. Then head is coming to the ground and make sure the length in the back and the neck. And then gradually opening the right leg outward. You may find a little bit more open than beginning of the class. We did the same thing. And on our exhalation, bend your knee, right knee. Then twist. Either keep your knee bent or stretch your leg. And you may spread your right leg, right hand out. You may also bend your left knee to get your left toe with your right hand if you like. And then slowly back to center. Let's switch to the other way. Your left foot and your head. And lean to that hammock pose. And resting. Also, you may experiment yourself of the position of the toes. Maybe pointing the toes or flexing. What angle of the toes is that makes different experience. And relax the right leg. Relax the right leg. And the heaviness of the right leg helps to open the front of the right thigh or hip flexor. One more breath. Shoulder away from your ear, lengthen the neck. All right, gradually release on the head come to the ground. Hold about with your left hand and gradually open wide. Move the left leg outward. Inner leg stretch. And then with your right hand, catch the belt and move your left leg out for twist. Outer leg, IT band to stretch. And spread your left hand out. And open the chest. And maybe bend your right knee, get your right toe as well with your left hand. And gradually release. And Shavasana, lie down to the mat. So keep yourself warm. Don't get too cold. Let go all that tension and soften everywhere. Notice our body being here and this moment. And this body resting on this mat. Letting go the tension. And removing the stress and tension away. observing how our body, our mind, and heart can do this. We can heal ourselves if we are aware. We are able to cultivate, we are able to generate the love for ourselves. And after the tension and stress is aware, like a crowd, the crowd is hiding our joy and a happiness that is always there. After tension is aware, we are more easier to find that joy. And joy and love and kindness that Buddha nature, the nature of ourselves has always. The quote one more time. The most important aspect of love is not giving or the receiving. It is in the being. When I need love from others or need to give love to others, I am caught in unstable situation. Being in love rather than giving or taking love is the only thing that provides stability. Being in love means seeing the beloved all around me. Let's gradually bring our awareness to our fingers and toes. Invite some movement. And reach our hands over the head. Let us stretch from toes to fingertips. Take a big inhale stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open our mouth, exhale. Bring our knee to the chest to give a nice hug to ourselves. Thanks to our body, mind, and heart. Whatever we have today, this moment. And roll on to the side. And take your time to come up to a comfortable seat. This kind, loving way. And sitting here and now. Ears of our heart listening, eyes of our heart observing within and around us. Let's together, big inhale, hands reach to the sky. Exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. Anjali Mudra, gesture of loving awareness, gratitude, humbleness. May this yoga practice benefit you and everyone. Thank you very much for letting me guide through your practice, sharing your time together. Namaste. Thank you.